What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Like and subscribe for 69 years of good luck. Trust me, it works. So, first of all, that's impressive. Let's not do that. We are going to be reacting to My Story Animated. Let's just do this.
Got the vision to train with Trent? Visit redbull.com.
Let's just do this.
Hi everyone, my name is Sonia,
Hello everyone, my name's Simples.
and recently everybody around me has been convinced that I'm mentally ill. So everything started when I was working in a stock exchange office. I was making
Wait, what was that?
ill. So everything started when I was working in a stock exchange office. I was
Stock exchange.
making good money and I got to work with famous people. It was all great. I had a best friend in the office named Bridget, and I got to go home every night to my loving fiancé Drew. That was until one night when things started to get extremely weird. Drew began calling me nonstop,
Gummy bear. Why is he called Gummy bear?
worried about how little I was home. His texts and calls were starting to drive me insane. I got that he was concerned, but his behavior made hardly any sense. But it wasn't just my fiancé. I noticed that my best friend Bridget was behaving really weirdly. She started showing up to work in really expensive cars, wore only designer clothes, and
Gold digger lot.
her face looked like a doll from all the plastic surgery she'd gotten. When I asked her where she had gotten all this money, she said, "I'll tell you when the time is right." So I did something I shouldn't have. I snuck into Bridget's office one day when she wasn't at work. The thought of
Naughty.
uncovering her secret was just too tempting. About 5 minutes in, I had barely found anything and I was
Generally, what was that?
starting
I had something underneath my PC. It's like, I might actually turn my webcam to show you. Where is it? It's there. Oh, don't show my face. Can you see that? Can't see that, can you? Activate. Okay. I'll wait the thing. Okay, right. Oh my, this is going great. Okay, so I have my computer. Oh, then my feet. So I had the PC here, and I just heard something like underneath it. So yeah, let's go to this back. Also, you might be able to see yourself. That is a big long distance. Okay, right, let's just go and deactivate that. Oh, yeah, enough of that.
to feel crazy. I had even sniffed her dirty shirt in her office closet, thinking I'd smell a rich man's cologne, but it smelled like it hasn't been washed in years. Ew. Finally, I found a
I stole from these people. Bruce Winston. Didn't any of this people.
paper, and what was on it changed my opinion of Bridget. She had been stealing money from her clients for the past few weeks, and not just $20 here or there. It had been hundreds of thousands of dollars. But what was most shocking was that at the end of my list, I saw my name and credit card number, and I wasn't even one of her clients. She was stealing from my tab too. Without even thinking, I brought the paper to my boss. He told me they would call the police and they'd launch an investigation. The next day, Bridget came into my office to chat. She gave me my pads that she had found on her
Wait, is that? I thought it was bra for a second.
office floor. She knew I used the silly pink pads with flowers on them. Other than being embarrassed, I knew in that instant it was over. She was going to know it was me who told on her. The next thing I knew, the police officers stormed the room and were putting her in handcuffs. She screamed at me, telling me I was going to pay for what I did. It sent a chill down my spine, but I knew
Well, you didn't it?
she couldn't do anything.
I think it might have been a highlight.
A few days later, as I was coming home from work, a huge guy dressed in all black started following me. I changed sides of
I swear I just heard some secret neighbor sounds.
the streets and watched as he changed sides with me. When I started walking faster, so did he. My heart started beating out of my chest. I was terrified, and before I knew it, I had made a wrong turn into a dark alley with only one exit. The man kept walking toward me. I scrambled around a corner trying to get away.
That's when you know that you're about to get you know, like, yeah.
Who knew what he would do to me? I tried to squeeze under a sharp chain fence to escape, but my hips got stuck. I could hear him walking closer and closer to me as I struggled to get out. I couldn't die here. Finally, I managed to pry the fence up just enough to squeeze my body, but my lower part got stuck. Was I going to die because of my
Remember, sign of whatever, 19 something to 2020.
curves? I pushed the hardest I could until I passed through, but it completely ripped the front of my shirt open. I walked home covering my chest, embarrassed and terrified. I wanted Drew to comfort me, but instead he started yelling, asking why my shirt was torn apart. Someone tried to hurt me. I thought that these words would stop Drew from being angry at me, but it only...
Alright, anyway, like and subscribe if you want to see more content. Peace, I guess. Peace.